it'll be complete. But yeah, a lot of you guys have that issue because I have never met to this day a dude who's in shape who doesn't get chicks or does, you know, has an issue getting chicks, right? And I'm not saying getting every single chick because obviously you're not gonna get every single chick, but they don't have an issue with abundance mindset in general. All right, they just don't have that issue. Realistically, I've never seen it before. Now, I've had moments where I was skinny and fat. My brother had moments when he was skinny and fat. My other brother had moments when they're skinny and fat. And guess what? When they weren't in shape, when I wasn't in shape, yeah, we had hella problems with chicks. We was getting disrespected. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, bro, chicks don't like me. Get in shape, and it's like, dang, all these chicks trying to talk to me. They're going out of the way. They're DMing me. Dang, they're telling their friends about me. What's going on? It's you being in shape, bro. That shoulder waist ratio, it separates you, makes you rare. All right. That is what most of you guys are struggling with. All right. Because I've been listening to a lot of you guys' stories. I have never dealt with any of the shit that you got. Like, obviously, I've been disrespected and stuff like that, but I would never personally put up with a lot of the shit that you guys say you've been putting up with. And the reason you guys put up with that or will put up with that is because you don't respect yourself, which is the first sign of that is you being out of shape. That is the first sign that you don't respect yourself. All right. So when a woman sees that, she's not going to respect you. And then when you take her disrespect, that's a further sign that you don't respect her. I mean, that you don't respect yourself. Now, to take this even further, I don't want to go into like, you guys are going to think I'm self-glazing if I give you guys a bunch of examples of just stories, but I promise you every situation of a chick coming up to me or DMing me first or messaging me on, you know, Instagram or TikTok or some shit or staring at me in person, it's always, you know, it starts with the physique. It starts with the attraction, right? Women are attracted to men's physiques just like we're attracted to their physique. This is basic shit. And you guys just ignore it like, nah, man, I don't want a chick who's attracted me for my physique. All right, go ahead and get a chick who's attracted you for your money. Make sure you have more money than Jeff Bezos. All right, because eventually she's going to monkey branch up on that shit. You feel me? But best believe if you're a lean dude, a lot of times, even if it's a baddie, bro, a lot of times if it's a baddie, you're gonna be one of the only dudes who's like in shape that she really dealt with type shit, like for real. You feel me? Because it's very fucking rare. Well, all of my experience has been like that too. But I also have a coach. You know, I told you guys I'm doing boxing, but I got a coach. And yeah, before you guys get in here and say 6'2", 6'3", and all that shit, my coach is like one of my coaches, because I got multiple boxing coaches, but one of them is like below 5'7" for sure. You know, maybe, you know, but he's in shape, so he's had different situations. You know, he's just been out. You know what I mean? He has a decent physique. He had threesomes, all that shit, or just chicks always pull up on him because he's in shape. And that shit's rare. Like you guys don't understand that. A lot of stuff I say, you guys just think that it's just fucking made up bullshit, or just like, you know, I'm just glazing Bodygame or some shit like that. But when you get on it, you're gonna realize, oh, okay, yeah, this shit's real. Like I always say, the people who deny Bodygame are the motherfuckers who are fat, right? Everyone who denies Bodygame, I'm like, oh, okay, let me see if he has a good argument. And then I go to see, like, this shit's not true. And then I see no profile picture. I'm like, okay, he's fat and he's probably in a sexless marriage. Simple shit. Because when it comes to getting a woman turned on, right? Like, I'm not like every situation I've been in. Like I said, I've never ever in my life said anything along the lines of like, or I've never heard anything from a woman saying like, oh my gosh, like, you know, your elbow just turned me on, or like your hair just turned me on, or your money or your wallet just turned me on. Like I've never heard that shit. It's always like, damn, your body's really good. Like it's better than the pictures, and they're filming on me and shit, and they start getting turned on. Now listen, I actually try to watch the movie because I be putting on some good movies. I'm actually trying to watch the movie. They're just trying to hit, bro. They just be trying to hit. You feel me? I be trying to watch the movie. The movie be good as fuck, and they just be filming on me and shit like that because they don't see that shit a lot, and it's rare, bro. It's rare, and it's very masculine. But then a lot of times they ask it like, so you don't party, and then I'm like, nah, man, I stay locked in. I'm disciplined. They get even more attracted from that discipline shit, because that's the reality of it, man. Like all of you guys who struggle with the chick stuff, I don't even, like I always say, I really don't even give a shit about like pulling chicks or not pulling chicks. A lot of people are like, dang, like I went to the club and I didn't get numbers. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. All right. I probably have the same experience as far as like time spent talking with chicks. I probably have the same experience as like a virgin or some shit, to be honest. Cause it's like a lot of you guys are like, yo, how do you get out of the friend zone? I need to ask you guys, how the fuck do you get in the friend zone? I would love to be in friend zones and just chilling, bro. How the fuck do you even do that shit? Right. Ever since I got in shape, my brothers deal with the same shit. My friends deal with the same shit. They can't get in the friend zone. They can't get in it. It's like, yo, I just want to have a friend I can chill with or hang out with. You know what I mean? Like a chick I can hang out with. She looks pretty good. They can't get in the friend zone. They can't. It's always a chick trying to smash them and shit like that. That's just how it works. You feel me? Because when that attraction is genuine, it's different, right? When that attraction is genuine, it's different. It's literally different, right? It's not the same. And all of these issues that you guys deal with, it all I keep saying this shit. It stems from general desire. I be hearing y'all say some shit. I'm like, yo, like, y'all, you have to be willing to walk away. Here's the thing. I know I tell you guys these stories, but I don't fucking waste time, right? Like I say, spend time with people who want to be with you, not with people who, you know, who are on the fence or don't have high interest. You're gonna waste your time if you're with people who don't have high interest. And to find the people who really have the high genuine interest, you get in shape, get your best physique that you can, right? Get between that 8 to 15% range, whichever one's most maintainable for you. And then really see, you know, who's really into you and shit like that. But you're not gonna deal with this flaking. You're not gonna deal with, like, for example, I could text two chicks. One chick, I'd be like, hey, what's good? Like, you know, what you up to or whatever. And she'll answer back late. And then she'll be like, you know, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm like, oh, we should link up. Cause listen, I get to the point, bro. If I'm talking to a chick and we're not making plans to link up within, depending on how fast they text back, but within like the first couple of days, then obviously I'm out of there. I'm done with that conversation. I'm ignoring the rest of it, or I'm just gonna block the person and just go to the next person. It's that simple. Because when someone's interested in you, they're gonna make time. Like if Chris Brown texts a chick who's actually super busy and works 7 days a week, she's gonna use her PTO to see Chris Brown. Like she's gonna be like, oh yeah, let me use PTO or call in sick or some shit like that. Because that's what happens when there is genuine desire. And you guys don't know that shit because you never dealt with people with genuine desire. But anyways, like I said, I could be texting two chicks and one of them is like kind of like flaky or like, oh, I don't know if we should meet up. I want to get to know you more through text. If they say that shit, I'm shutting that shit down. And then the other person, if I'm the other chick, I'll be talking to her and be like, hey, when you want to meet up? Oh my God, like, so I'm free this day and free this day. They'll give you their schedule. If one of the days don't work for you, they'll be like, well, I'm also free here and we can do this, we can do that. And if the chick has high enough interest, you know, it doesn't really matter where you go. You can grab some coffee. They'll even offer to go on a coffee date, go to the park, go work out together, or just come to the crib. Like that's what they're gonna offer when they actually have genuine interest. But a lot of you guys are dealing with these chicks that's like, oh, I only do $500 dates and up, because that means you didn't meet their standard, and they're like, this nigga's disgusting. He's gonna have to pay a lot of money to even see me. That's how they're feeling, right? So yeah, man, and that's gonna happen way less. All right, I'm not gonna say it's gonna never happen to you ever again once you get on Bodygame. I mean, it'd be pretty hard for it to happen to you. Your energy would have to be way off when you're like on Bodygame, you lean and shit like that. You're in your masculinity and you're really locked in. But it happens way more when you're just out of shape. Like you get tried. Like I be hearing people's stories talking about getting tried or putting in so much effort. I'm like, damn, you guys put in a lot of effort. Like you approach this chick, you follow up with her, you follow her on IG, you like follow up with her and all this other shit. That's too much work, bro. That's too much work. Like, yeah, that's too much work, bro. That's way too much fucking work, man. That's like, listen, the process will be way shorter if you're on, you know, in the best shape that you can be in. Because honestly, like, like chicks look at you different when you're in great shape. You have like that Greek god physique. You got that shoulder waist ratio. You know what I mean? Like, I met some chick the other day, and you know, I'm wearing my tank top or whatever, and I got a clean cut. You know, so she's just looking at me like, yo, I never seen a nigga that looks like this. What the fuck is going on here? Like, just looking at you like, you know, and they start asking you questions. They start the conversations. They have the more interest in you because they're just like, what the fuck is going on here? Because in reality, like I said, most dudes just kind of just, if they're medium fat, then that's kind of in shape. But most dudes are just like sloppy. All right, most dudes are sloppy. So they don't have standards. They don't have principles. They don't have discipline, obviously. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to separate yourself like crazy. But the issues that y'all be having, that's where it stems from. You're like, dang, yeah, man, I'm on Bodygame. I still don't have options, bro. You got your body decently in shape, but you still don't have the shoulder waist ratio. But also, you have not done anything to address your face at all, right? You're not lean enough to have the jawline popping, right? And by the way, with the jawline popping stuff, here's the thing: there's a difference between female gaze and male gaze. All right, so a lot of you guys, you know, you guys look up to like the big bodybuilders like Nick Walker and Ronnie Coleman, which I think is fucking disgusting, right? And chicks think it's disgusting too, to be honest. But I more so look up to the natural Alex Eubank and like the Troy physique and stuff like that, which, you know, chicks are gonna find attractive and you're gonna be able to fit into clothes better. That's the kind of look I like, you know what I mean? But then also with the jawline shit in person, right? Chicks want to see a lean face. They're not trying to see the 4% body fat, like jawline popping ridiculous stuff. That's what the weird dudes on TikTok like. They're like, dude, like look at this looks maxer. Like that's what the dudes like. The dudes admire those high fashion models and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they'll get some chicks, but The in-between models who have a decent jawline, yeah, the chicks will like them. But like the super, super just skinny dudes that look super feminine and have a big jawline and have only dudes in their comments, that's definitely the male gaze as well. But anyways, when you're the leanest version of yourself, you got your jawline popping. Like it's literally just up. And the confidence comes from having more energy, from having higher tests, from having lower body fat, but it also comes from keeping a commitment, man. So you just gonna move differently. Like you're gonna be confident, assertive, everything's gonna be smooth. Like it's not you're just not the same motherfucker. So all those issues you're dealing with, they're really just internal, right? They're really just internal and your energy's projecting it. But then also people aren't respecting you because they know that you have a fight inside that you're not winning, right? Remember in literature or English class, they used to say that there was different conflicts. There was man versus self and all that shit. That's what you guys are dealing with. You guys are dealing with man versus self, and you're not winning. All right. You got to win that battle if you want to start your story. All right. Because you're struggling with yourself. You're losing to yourself. And then you are wondering, like, you're eating what you say you wouldn't eat. You're skipping gym sessions, right? You don't look how you want to look. You're disappointing yourself. You're beating your meat every day, even though you said you wouldn't. And you wonder why you're not getting results with women, right? You wonder why you're not getting respect from other people, right? And if you live with your parents and you're beating your meat, your parents can smell, your parents smell that shit on you. They're like, yo, what the fuck is this dude doing? And you're like, nah, I'm finna start my business. But you're beating your meat every day. They're like, yo, this dude's a fucking joke. He smells like freaking bust. You know what I mean? Or they find your freaking bust sock or something like that. Like, that's what you guys are doing. So you need to keep these commitments to yourself and realize, like, before you're like, yo, man, like, I'm not getting results. Honestly, look at what you've accomplished in the past 5 years. Look at what direction you're going in. And then, of course, look at your body fat percentage, look at your physique, look at the work you put in, and be like, okay, do I actually deserve anything higher than a 1 out of 10 on the scale? The answer is probably fuck no. All right. So lock in on nutrition, lock in on workouts. And like I said, everything changes once you get in shape, bro. The shit changes. Like the respect I get is way different than it used to be. That's just, it is what it is. Now, I know in the comments, a lot of people will be like, well, I don't respect you yet. I don't care if a fat person who doesn't inspire me doesn't respect me. All right. Cause I definitely don't respect you. All right. So it's like a lot of times people are being like, oh, I see comments like people say, I'm not impressed. I'm not this. Listen, you've got to get out there and touch grass, man. You've got, like, if you're feeling black pill, if you're feeling, if you're feeling like, oh, shit isn't fair, really look in the mirror, bro. Matter of fact, go get a DEXA scan and then go do a photo shoot and see what you really look like. If you're 25% body fat, that camera is going to add 10 pounds and you're going to look sloppy and disgusting. And you're going to be like, okay, I need to put the work in. That'll help. All right. But be self-aware and start taking steps toward the direction you want to be in. Simple shit, y'all.